So I have a, this is to demonstrate how photos can still be repaired after rotating them with Windows Photos. So this. Windows Photos, but not after using the older Windows photo viewer. So I was always under the assumption that as soon as you rotated the image, the scan data was re-encoded, so that now the error, there's an error in the file structure, so to speak, which causes this bottom part to become gray. And this is an error that prevents the program from decoding beyond a certain point. And this is displayed as this gray area. The actual data is there, but the program simply does not decode it. So, and my assumption was that once I rotated this image, the file would be re-encoded. And this means that the gray block you see at the bottom of the image is now actually a part of the picture and not a structural error in the file, a bit error. So that means you can no longer repair it. So I have been shouting this in support groups and Reddit and whatnot. And then someday somebody asked me and said, well, is this true? I thought it merely updated some information in the header to indicate the file is rotated, while the actual image data remains intact. And I said, no, this is not the case. But then I did this. This can go away. Okay, so this is a damaged file we just saw. I'm going to copy it. So I can hang on to this. Paste. So this is the same damaged file. And now I will open it in Windows Photos. I will rotate it, and you can immediately see the thumbnail being updated. I'm going to close it, and so now it is saved. Okay. And so I was always under the assumption that you can now no longer repair it. I'm first going to repair the original damaged file. Click repair. This is the structural damage I was talking about, which prevents the viewer from decoding beyond a certain point. The program removed it, and so now we have a complete image again. I can show you here as well. Here, this is the repaired image. And so I was always under the assumption this cannot be repaired, but let's try this. So this is the copy which we rotated. I'm going to tell it repair it, and there you go. It repaired it. It's no longer in portrait mode, but it proves that the actual scan data has not been touched by rotating the image using Windows Photos. So we now have this damaged file. This is no longer in portrait mode, but it's in landscape mode now, but we have a repaired picture. So my assumption, the assumption I always had, was wrong. However, so I've now proven I can repair the damaged file. I'm not gonna demonstrate that again. I'm going to copy it again, paste. This time I will rotate it using the older Windows photo viewer, and then you'll see it does something to the scan data which no longer allows me to repair it. So this is the damaged copy. I will rotate it, Now, as long as we do not do anything, nothing happens, but as soon as I close the viewer, it will save. So here's the rotated file, and now I will try to repair it just like I did with the one rotated with Windows Photo Viewer. This is it. Repair. And you can already see that the rotation just cut off the bottom part of the file. It just cut it off completely, so the file will be smaller then, I guess. Let me see. Why does this sometimes work and sometimes it does not work? So you hover over a file and you get 1.5. You see, it has gotten smaller. So the old Windows Photo Viewer just cut off this entire gray area at the bottom of the file. We can therefore no longer repair it. It's beyond repair. So, summarizing, I have always been exclaiming that as soon as you rotate an image, a damaged image, you can no longer repair it because the file will be entirely re-encoded. And it appears I was partially right, but also partially wrong, because it entirely depends on the tool you use to rotate the image. And the old Windows Photo Viewer does make it impossible to repair the file after rotating it, but the modern Windows Photos tool can rotate and you can still repair your image afterwards. So this is something I need to correct. So that was it. Bye bye.